Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. My bad. Okay, I was talking for like 10 minutes. I was tripping. So, what I'm looking at right now is if we get this closure on the 5 here, likely gonna play this for lower. There's a lot of choppiness, right? That's my first time doing the scheduling, so I forgot that you have to start the stream and then you have to press go live. I did not know you're supposed to press go live. All right, see this closure here. Like, is this short bias right now? Like, if we get this closure, that's what it feels like, but it's all same time. Like, it's been just choppy back and forth delivery. And like, there's nothing I can really see in the hourly or 15-minute. The only thing I can really see in the 4-hour, 4-hour inversion, or also for our gap here too. So like, it looks good for a drive lower. It just hasn't really shown us it wants to go lower yet. All right. All right, we got the 5-minute closure. Closure is lower, so I am looking for shorts now. I think we retrace. I'll play for the short. Likely gonna be short on ES. I think ES is a little bit weaker today. Is it a little bit weaker? Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's the same all around actually. I think it's the same all around. All right. I'm probably gonna short this here. I think this is what I'm looking at. 10 points over the low. 5-minute here. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this. Let's try this. I'm just doing one contract. I have it in right now. This is what it looks like. I think we can take out this low and then drive to the low of the session here. I think this is the low of the session. Or that internal low. Give this a shot with one contract. I want to play with a bias right now. But that closed and just came back down. I'm going to also add in my top step. Just because I forgot. Let's see how this goes out. Want to see it under this fair value gap, but it looks like it's still building up. Yeah, not looking good, huh? There's only a few points though, but like, I want to see this turn here. I don't know. 10 point stops on it. Let's see. So, kind of what I want to show here too. Let's look at this OB here. But then I'll put the midpoint of it. Get some lows down here, but doesn't want to turn yet, right? I want to play for this internal low. Looking better here. $901. I think this is a pretty clear where you can put either TP out or break even. But I think I'm gonna TP out on Apex here. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna hold it on my live and see if we get closer through it. I'll put break even on. That's kind of the goal here. So something I like to do always for Apex. This is basically like a very quick 1-to-1. If you did a 10 point, it'd be a little bit more. But like just generally, like I don't look at like exact risk reward per se. I always look at the setup itself, and that's just what it provided. Just if you smack this low out, lots of lows here, that'd be a nice draw. I'm still holding this one on my top step in my my live accounts, but if we get closer through this kind of relative equal lows, I'll add I'll put break even on. But I want to let this play out a little bit more. The 5 minutes is supporting this still. Look at this 5 minute here again. 5 minute closure through this up close candles. You get that chain state delivery. You retap back in. Ideally, if you play this for a 5 minute, you put your stop kind of like that 50% midpoint here. But I'm kind of playing more tight. I want to say immediate reaction, but let's just see. I'm likely just gonna break even now. Actually, I don't want to see this turn to a red trade when we took out the low. Oh, Dave in the building. Don't cook me. I'm long to 953. First trade, pretty clean already. We'll see. Get some more out of it. There's not even everyone on yet because usually start accumulating. We get like 800, 900 viewers. We only got half viewership to start the stream because we started like 5 minutes ago. First trade. How was your vacation? It was refreshing. A lot of nature. You know, as a trader, I feel like I don't get as much steps in, but like when you have the scenery in Canada, where it's like basically there's like parks everywhere, there's gardens, there's hikes or like mountains and like kind of things that you could really do. I guess I should just do that in my place too, but it's like a different experience. I like the wilderness of the nature, and it's refreshing. And now we're back. I think the vacation was like what, end of June, so I've been back for a week, but it kind of feel like for 4th of July weekend too, just extended that vacation. So I'm just trying to get this week to recalibrate everything. Looking good. Chat, type 1 if you're in the trade with me. I want to see the sell through. I'm glad I took this NQ because I looked at it. I was like, is ES weaker or NQ? And like, I think I was looking at NQ being a little bit slightly weaker on this move. So I was like, I'm just sticking on NQ. Sometimes it's hard to tell. It's like, it doesn't really matter. But in this case, look at ES. It barely moved like 3 points. NQ's already making a new low. And there we go. I'm going to drag my stop. I want to let the trail. I'm fine with it taking me out for like, what, 17 points? I'm trying to see if we can snipe this 87s here. Yeah, I'll just drag it one more time. All right, I'll take it there. I should have put a limit. That's one thing I forgot. Put a limit order here, either here stop or the limit. I forgot to put the limit in because it was moving fast. But yo, look at that. 25 points. First trade of the day. Oh, and yeah, another thing. TopStep was DM me, or not DM me. TopStep was emailing me if I want to raise my, what do you call it? My stop. We're at 5K right now. I think we took a few draws already. We're probably going to go another one tonight. They want me to have more room to trade, which I don't really need. But they're like, oh, if you want to increase your daily loss limit to, let's say, 5K or 10K. I'm like, what? I don't have 10K, but now I have 5K. So they want me to play with that. Oh, it's still going. The trail method will really shine here. But first trade of the day, I want to warm up first. Yeah, the daily loss limit. That's what I meant. The daily loss limit for Ninja Trader is like 3,300, I think. They're like, if you want 10K daily loss limit, we'll give it to you. Even though I didn't even have that balance. But yeah, if you guys, I think I need to turn the volume down. If you guys want to know why I took this trade, again, I kind of talked about this before the stream started, but I didn't realize the stream was not live yet. But I kind of reiterated really quick because it happened as soon as I was speaking about it. 5-minute change day delivery. You see this up close candle. You see this BPR that's respected. Just a nail in the coffin here that finishes change day delivery is a closure through the up close candle. So you have 1, 2, 3 up close, 4 up close candle. We need a closure through the opening of the consecutive candles. We got it here. So we'll mark from the opening consecutive up, any retracement back inside of this. Basically, you're expecting for immediate reaction lower. The midpoint of this basically from the bodies is at 927. That should be your stop if you're taking the 5-minute. I wasn't really taking the 5-minute. I was using the 5-minute as guidance, and then time frame alignment pushing me to the 1-minute. And I saw this 1-minute gap, 1-minute order block. I'm just going to take it. If we close above this, let's say this inversion or this fair value gap here, it most likely would just take me out for 10 points. But we didn't. We kind of filled this gap and then just started driving for lower. So that way I didn't need to put my stop at, was it like 527? I'll just do it a little bit tighter. Just got funded with this trade. Damn, let's go. Let's go. I made literally a clean 500 bucks on each of my top step, as well as my live and everything. That was pretty awesome. And that's just the first trade. This is what it looked like here. So I have my top step, my TPT live, my top step accounts, and then my Tradeify live, and then my Apex, which I took base hits on. That's fine with me. I don't know why one of them is at 520, the other one's at 500. Why does it always do that? But pretty chill, pretty good. I'm 200 from funded, but I just watched the trade. Nice, nice. Pass 158 Tradeify on the short. A lot of you guys are either making money or just passing these accounts with it. But that's the first trade. The good thing is we do have a whole hour and 40 minutes to look for more trades. This was a very successful one. This basically came out to be like 4R if you took it that way. I think I only got basically 2.83, or this should be a little bit higher, like this, about 2.3R for me specifically. But you're using trade copy or Replicanto? Yes, I am. Replicanto has been better. I think there was a lot of issues in the past when I was using them, but ever since, like, I just gotta watch it just in case I'm watching it closely every time I make an order, like just make sure like if it sells me through. Like you can open the ninja trader and just look at like your position. Like is your position still open? Is you have open trade in, and it hasn't had an issue for like months, which is good because I don't know what happened before. It was fucked me up. Why PM versus AM? Because of this. Just kidding. Because it's slower, you have more data, you're using AM price action to play, and I'm dedicating myself to master the PM session. Pretty good here. Now, where is the next move? Because as long as this 5-minute chain delivery holds, I do think we go lower, but if we do get a move back up to, like, let's say this midpoint here, I think we're going to flip back up. I think that was a good sell to take out this low here. Now I'm not really too sure if we even want follow through, because it's just, if you look at the entire day, let's look at the hourly, just like back and forth, even the 5-minute. It's like low, high, and then we're trying to see if we want to stab another low. Straight to funded, 150k. What you need 12k balance to take out 3k payout? Is that how it works? Or is it just like 9k take out 3k? And I think that's you. All you need is 9k and you can take 3k out, which goes you to 6k. That's why I remember, but maybe they changed. I don't know. Do you trade AM? I haven't traded AM in a long time. Do you not trust ETF? I think they're still like bottom tier for me until they, you know, they're promising a lot of changes, but I don't believe the changes until I see it. So until then, I'm not gonna recommend them. How's the Asia session for you? I think it's been pretty lackluster. Damn, you guys are happy with that one trade. Just wait until we get another one. Bunox, I've been trading Bunox, but I kind of talked about this on stream before. They are denying a lot of people for flipping. They classify as flipping. Just because you have, like, let's say one big day. Like, so for me, I had like, I think one good day. It was like a day that I made like $1,000 on, and then that was because I held a runner and that just ran. And then every other day I made $200 basically base hits for 9 days straight. And they're like, "Oh, you're flipping for the days." It's like, how am I flipping if I just, I don't know. They don't. And I asked them, "What's the guidelines for flipping?" They are still figuring out. They're like, "We don't have it yet, but we'll let you know when we have it." It's like, why are you saying that I'm flipping if you don't have a guideline? This is Bunox, by the way. I don't really recommend them at all anymore. Do you is FFF legit? Funded Features Family. They pay, but I feel like they're also a little bit shady in a way. You guys are like asking firms that's like not something on top of my head that I think is like legit. If you want legit firms, you look at our platform, which we have cashback and payout protection on, and that's something I could really back, not these unknown firms. Again, this is another one, Blue Guardian. I don't recommend Blue Guardian because if you look at Payout Junction, they paid like literally like 40,000, 50,000 in a month. Like, how is that? Like, I'm doing triple that in a month in payouts. How is a firm doing only that little? It's suspicious. And they have mixed reviews as well. can you get a code for funding ticks? We're gonna add them, I think, this week. We'll do the cash back. We'll do that payout protection on them too, which is good. But yeah, you guys are asking for unknown firms. If you guys want the right firms here, this is, we have the website: Take Profit, TradeFi, Apex, Fund and X Futures, Lucid, My Fund of Futures, Trade Day, Alpha, Day Traders, Fund of Futures Network, the Future Desk. I feel like Take Traders like mixed reviews as well. We're adding them because some people liked them still, but that's why we pushed them lower. This is basically somewhat like the deals as well as rankings on popularity and what I think is good. So we have like the top 3 here. Lucid is actually becoming one of my favorites right now, just because it's like TradeFi. Like any firm that's similar to TradeFi and operate the same, like good leadership and a good plan, like no problems, no issues at all. That's why I like. Bunox flipping rule is something weird. I know people who are denied because of it. It's so stupid. They're like using flipping as an excuse, even though it's not flipping. Flipping is basically like you go and micro in and out. Like you just basically want to log your trade or do like a very quick trade. But how is it flipping if my trade duration is the same? Like it's like 5-10 minutes. You have proper risk management. They'll even call it flipping if you hit break even. Let's say it ran for like 10 points and it come to break even. Like, oh, you didn't make any money. That's flipping. It's retarded. And if I had a list where I don't recommend firms, they're on top right now. Or not on top, but they're one of them. Oh, so this is a previous short. I'm not shorting again. This is what we took earlier. But yeah, please don't keep on recommending or asking about unknown firms. There's a little, like, I think 12 partners on our platform, which we vetted out. We have protection on. Payout protection is basically if you have issues with a firm, we'll mediate. We'll help you with the payouts. And if let's say it falls short, we'll likely just kick them off our platform and we'll reimburse you what you paid to get started. That's our promise. But we're not doing that for like, Blue Guardian or freaking Bunox or just kind of scammy firms or like, illegitimate firms, I would say. Funding ticks is something we're going to add. They're just taking it. I'm waiting for them to set me up with the API basically. I just hope Lucid, if Lucid gets Tradeovate or Project X, I think it's gonna be not in like top 5 immediately, but it's gonna be like the most upcoming one. It's gonna pass through the smaller firms and then work its way up to like near Tradeify level. That's kind of what I'm anticipating. And if you started Tradeify from the start, they had like 7,500 drawdown. They had really good rules, and they kind of tighten up as they progress. Right now, the rules are, I think, pretty generous right now. What's going on between PW and TopStep? What do you guys think about that? Real talk. Do you guys think TopStep has, like, whose side are you on based on what you've seen? We haven't seen Patrick's story yet, but all we saw in the lawsuit was Patrick took a settlement deal. $284,000 was the payment that they marked out, basically to not do a few things, like not talk negatively about Apex or not Apex, TopStep, and not share any internal data that he learned as affiliate. Let's say that's like very few things you get paid almost $300,000. Monique said TopStep in the wrong big time, even though I don't like PW. That's where I get confused. Like, what are they in the wrong about? Like, because based off the lawsuit, he signed and agreed to a settlement deal just to not do certain things, and he did it. So, unless that's not the full picture, again, We're waiting for Patrick to basically set his eye. You do the payout protection for Apex. Not Apex. So every other partner, Apex is. We need like data to really add them into the cashback payout protection. Every other firm we do it on. Apex. We also need direct line of contact. Apex doesn't want to give that to us. They're the only firm on our site right now where we don't have a direct line of contact for to assist you guys as well as issue the cashbacks. Team PW. Got to be more transparent. They didn't like PW airing them out. Yeah, so people would kind of go in like the freedom of speech, the First Amendment. They can say whatever they want, but that's only if he didn't agree to not to do that, not to share information. So it's kind of like an NDA. I feel like, right? Is that right? Yeah, that's. I think I have the same viewpoint as Dave right now, unless it's not the full picture. Because like if I paid someone hundreds of $1,000s to not do something and they agreed to it and they proceed to do it, like isn't that like kind of iffy? He isn't sharing any special data talking about public events. So I think maybe the data that they're referring to would be like, like let's say for Tradeify, like me and Brett Semba, we talk about certain things. He might be sharing like some certain data that as affiliate that I would know, like which one sells the best, who's the best affiliate or kind of shit like that. You're not supposed to really just air out. I don't know. All I know, unless Patrick responded with something that's not that says it's not true, that he did not take the settlement, which I keep on asking. I keep on tweeting at him like, "Did you take the money? Did you take $284,000?" And he cannot say it because he's like, "Just wait for my response. Just wait for my response." I would just like to see him say like, "No, I did not take it," or "Yes, I did take it." What's your bias? I think we're still looking at lower. I want to say lower, but like it keeps on driving this. If we can deliver with more follow through, I think we can really smash these lows and go for more. But I'll just wait for the next setup. Honestly, if you guys like lower, what I would like appreciate would just be kind of what it's doing right now. We take another high coming back, but I don't really see a good risk reward entry yet because we took this low out already. We haven't really targeted these highs yet. I can see it rejecting on this next retrace here, but I don't really like it as well yet. If you sign a legal document and violate it, the law can be used against you. Anyone that disagrees is an idiot. That's common sense. But then you have people in the comments like, "Oh, it's the First Amendment. You have the right to speak about anything you want. That's public and blah blah." It's like, not if you signed a contract. You and PW are cool, good. He hopped on our live. I don't know if you guys remember last Friday, I think. He hopped, or maybe like Thursday. He hopped on the live stream just like to say like we're friends again. I think it's a character thing. He just want to be for clicks and engagement, and then like try to be friends so I can maybe join him on the live stream or like do his BDH thing. It's like a lot of back and forth. Already going to beach? Probably not. Do you have racist fans? What kind of question is that? What's happening, chat? Forex therapy. What's up? What's up? We took a trade so far. That's what's happening, and then we're looking for the next trade. It's just a lot of choppy back and forth right now. I think I want to play for more downside, but it hasn't showed us that yet. We took the low already, and it's just been testing this area. Could you break down the short entry for those who were late? Yeah, it's basically, you know, I started the stream around like 1, right? So let's say right here. I was anticipating if we get closure through this chain stay delivery, so like consecutive candles here, bullish candles here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the open and we have the close. Look at that bodies only. This is where I draw the OB. If we get close through it, I'm gonna use this as a chain stay delivery, and this is gonna be like a order block that I'm going to look for as resistance, basically. So this confirms it. So I'm looking for a retrace back up for a immediate reaction. So looking at this here, this confirmation around 105, I dropped down to 1 minute, and I saw this is also a great confluence, just like a lot of relative equal lows, which makes me more confident in this. So it retraced back up. I shorted here, stopped 10 points. So 5 minute was already the setup for lower. I just looked for the 1, which aligned with it, and this was it. This was it. The first TP, if you want to do here or break even, this is good here, and then just nice follow through. Pretty much the smart model, which is looking at time frame alignment. You might think, why did I use a 5 minute? It's because I use a 5 minute. I'm supposed to use the 15 minute to trade on the 1 as time frame alignment, but the 15 does not show me anything. And anytime it does that, I would use the 5. Like, what am I supposed to get from this? It is back and forth, no gaps. The closure is kind of whack here. Just close back up, then close back down. You're not really getting anything, so that's why I opted for the 5 minute. The 5 minute is very clear. You have the up close candle. You have this fair value gap here, BPR, close back under, now respecting, and good delivery. That's kind of how I operate. It's like a system. Why is it tough to pass the prop firm account and doing better personal account? Any advice? Or I don't know. I feel like it's the same thing. The only thing I like to compare is funded accounts versus personal, but personal you do risk a lot more, and people like to cycle through the funded accounts, which, you know, is calculated risk anyways. If you do it right, you still make a lot of money. It just, if you can kind of strategize it. Do a weekly or monthly outlook. So weekly, this week, what I'm looking at, this is a weekly chart. I feel pretty good for us to come back into this weekly gap. We took the all-time high already, and we have this nice gap. Even if we want higher, you know, a nice drive in here. The weekly is like, to get the top of it is like 300 points away from where it's at right now, which is ridiculous. But I do think we get a nice drive in. Thoughts on Lucid? Lucid is an upcoming firm which I am actually so close to getting payout from. I think I posted on Twitter. I don't want to jinx myself, so like I can't. Something about me, I don't want to share any details about it until I'm like very close. But even then, that jinxed me. I think I need 10K. I'm at 7.5K. These are like my first 3 accounts, and like, oh, wow. First try, everything. You can see like 002, 003, and 001 at the bottom. And I got 4 days traded. Lucid is probably one of my favorite firms right now. They're just very similar to Tradeify. And I love Tradeify, honestly. So any firm that kind of gives you fast payout, good support, and a really good plan, something I support of. Yeah, it looks like we're going to reject here. I was contemplating a short right here, but I wasn't really sure where I would play it. I think downside's the right move, though. If I was paying attention, though, maybe on this closure, I could have played this flip. I don't know. Just not anything like, kind of like any B plus setups. This was probably B plus here, or B setup. Nothing. Everything else has been pretty iffy. Just waiting. How many contracts do you use for a new 150K? So it depends on your trading style. For me, I do tight stops, like 10 points. I want to risk 10% of my drawdown. If you have a 150K account, you probably have like 5,000 drawdown, $500. I can do probably 2 contracts, two to 3, if depending on what it is. What's up, Tyler? Welcome. What type of account would you recommend for Trade 5? I think the direct one is probably the top one for me. You get a payout and then boom. Pretty slow so far after our first trade. Straight to funded, yeah. It's direct to funded, straight to funded. They're the same thing. I call it instant funded sometimes too. Is the Lucid a one-time or monthly? It's a one-time thing for the most part, unless you're talking about evaluation. It renews like every firm, but let's say you buy the direct funded, you pay one time and then you're good. I think I paid $380 for these 150K account. Bought 3 of them. That's like max. We're now 3 counts, and if I get payouts on them, I'm gonna get 3,000 each. I'm pretty sure 3,000 or 3.5. I don't remember. So I'll basically 10x my investment right there. First shot. Now I'll still have the accounts to make more payouts. That's like the beauty of it too. For someone who never got a payout besides Apex is not as cheap as you think because you have to pay activation fee too. The cheapest one you would go for is probably the TradeFi Growth or My 50 Starter. Is it Lucid one time? I thought it was a monthly renewal, but I'm not sure. It's good though. I think the moment they get Project X or Trader Bait, I think a lot of people are going to pour in, and that's probably going to be when they drop the discounts. I'm just willing to do Quant Tower for them, just because I believe in the firm. I believe in the leadership. I know who they are. I don't know if you guys know Orflow, but a lot of the people working with Lucid, they're big, prominent figures in the Orflow community. Which, before ICT, I already know of them, which is kind of crazy, because I kind of talked to them when I was in a call with them. I was like, I know who you guys are. You guys are in this group from before I was actually like trading really good and got into ICT. It didn't work for me though, but it worked for them. Which firm is Lucid Trading? A good thing about Lucid Trading, they agreed to do a promotion with us. Anyone who gets a payout with them will get a free test account that matches the account size. So if I get a payout, I guess I'll get a free account. I don't know. Which is crazy. You get the cash back. You get the free account too. That's like only with that firm so far. We're going to try to see if we can add more firms with it. Oh, only single payment, no renewal. That's good too. Think about this though. Let's say we add more firms. Let's say we have TradeFi. Let's say we have MyFund Futures. Or what's this good firm? Like Take Profit Trader even. If you hit a payout with them, we'll give you a free test account, an eval account, just because you got a payout. That would be so good, I think, for the community. help you scale up more. If you were to make a top 3 list of the prop firms, what would they be? I think it'll be Take Prop Trader, Apex, and TradeFi. These 3 so far. I want to say Top Step as well, but Top Step feels like it goes down for me if I use Project X. I don't like them as a platform. Do you know when they'll add TradeFi? I think the timeline they gave me was like 1 or 2 months. They have it ready, but they're waiting on their end. And you know how it works is NinjaTrader bought out Tradeovate. You know, NinjaTrader here, they bought out Tradeovate. And then you have a bigger fish here, Kraken, decided to buy out NinjaTrader. So like it's an acquisition over acquisition. About time you put Apex in your top 3. I think Apex was always in my top 3. But Top Step was also on there. I think Top Step's the one where I still like Top Step, honestly. It's hard to do a top 3 when there's so many good choices. I think a top 5 or top 4 even would be better. Oh yeah, the 3 of them my screen right now: Take Profit, Tradeify, and Apex. Those are my top 3 most likely. And yeah, if you want to add Top Step, that's fine too. I'm cool with that. Project X slippage is real. Damn, what are we watching right now? It's just like so slow, and I want to see if we want to get into the short end, but can't really play the short until we do something here. I don't think I'm shorting this again until I see a nice closure back down. I wouldn't mind if we do a deep drive up and come back down though, but I don't know if we even move right now. We got one good trade so far, so I'm happy. I'm just hunting for the next one. Why did you only go for 10 points in Apex? I think it was like 13 points. But Apex for me is base hits. I'm going to get payouts on them. Other firms I'm trying to scale up. So for my Top Step, for my live accounts, for everything else, I got 25 points. For my Apex, I just took the free 1-to-1, basically, 13 points. Let's look at the poll here. 440 votes on the poll. 50% is green, 28% is red, 22 is break even. That's pretty good stats so far. You ever been to Nashville? Is Nashville, Tennessee? Dude, I need to go to more places. I'm already thinking about like going to more countries, but I really haven't been to around this country, the United States, like all the states yet. Let me see. After using code SMART, how do you get the cash back? We installed this. Let's see if it works. Exclamation point rebate. I think it should pop up our bot. Let's see if it explains it. If it doesn't explain it, we gotta fix it. Use code SMART at any prop firm, get 5% cash back on every purchase. Yeah, so that's the cash rebate link there. So we're moving higher. I think the short idea is kind of cut off right now. We got the short RA. Let me think of what we need to see for longs. I think that's something that we should have been looking at. I just didn't know where I would. It's hard when there's a lot of just consolidation here. Most likely off this inversion, right? But it's closed up and just shot up. I don't think if you're looking at entry models, this should be like very difficult. If it stabbed this low, we could have a breaker here. We didn't do that, right? Learn patience by watching the stream. I swear to God, guys, if you've been on the stream for like, let's say, I don't know how long, let's say like 2 months, 60 days, our hit rate is pretty good if you look at the grand scheme of things. If you look at like weeks, it could be good, it could be bad, or it could be like average. But if you're looking for like 2 months, 60 days, we have a pretty killer hit rate. Like this will be included, and then next trade probably gonna hit too. And if you're struggling with payouts, like you have to really filter out good setups only, and filter out bad price action. Price action right now is good, but like it's not good for entries. It's more good for like watching and just seeing what we could do with it. How much in payouts have you made from TradeFi? I think it's like 50,000 or something. The bad thing about TradeFi, or not bad thing, is like I can't go back to Sim because I still have my live account. I have my live account for like, I think for like 4 months, 5 months now, and we're trying to grow them back up. Let's see, where is my live? I think it's like probably at 9,000 right now, 8,000. He's at 8,200. I think I took a handful of payouts, but yeah. I beat this. What the hell? Yeah, butt private in your chat. Hell no. But chat, back to our saying, if you trust the process, you're learning our discipline, our patience, just looking for A+ setups, our risk management, I think it's kind of overlooked. I think not many streamers can do like 10-point stops and just get away with it very consistently. Like this trade, you guys saw this. If you guys want to rewind it, this trade we took live together, we were in like 3 points of drawdown for the most part. 10-point stop, this ran 25, even more, but I closed it for 25. This ran 38, 3.6 R. I doubt there's any other streamer that can do 10-point stops, just because that requires a lot of precision. A lot of other people, they want to go for bigger trades, but you know, they would require bigger stops too. Do the rebates apply to automatic resets? What does that mean? Like renewals? I think you renew anything that has an order number. If you receive an order number, it should work. Do you socialize in person with other traders like T-Trades, AM, Kane? I met them before. I haven't been. It's hard because you have to meet up in their area. That's how I found out about Brian though, because Lanto popped up on my Twitter feed. So you guys saw Lanto and you saw Brian Stonk, and then you're like, oh, 2 killers. Leak T-Trades. Should I dox T-Trades? I'm pretty sure T-Trades Twitter is still hacked. Let me see. I kind of posted about it just for a little bit of awareness, but I wonder if he got it back yet. Yeah, look at this. It sucks. I don't know when he's gonna get back, but T-Trades, he's posting about this is because he got hacked. This is not him. He's doing like, you know, the pump and dump crypto and shit like that. You know me because Patrick roasted me. That's good too. Damn, what's the next setup, guys? We're 1 for 1 so far. We're like half of this stream so far too. When you see another setup. Should I dox Lanto? How do you get your accounts back? You gotta go through their support channels. It's a long process. How much do you risk in the eval stage for a 150 gig account? It's basically 10% of your drawdown. So you're talking about 45 drawdown, just risk 450. That's a rule of thumb. Chat, the age thing is coming soon. In 2 days, I'll be aging 1 year. 2 days from now. And I'll be finally 15. Many people might not believe it, but I'm aging. Is BPR still here? I think we're looking pretty good for higher. I just don't know what I could really take longs from. I don't know how I feel about aging like this, but it's like I realize I've been trading for 5+ years now, 5.5 now. So it's like I don't know. At one point, I'll be like 10 years in the game. I'd be like, damn, what the hell? How have I been trading for 10 years? I'm trading patience that I'm bald. I'm cooked chat. That feels such a long time. Like 5.5 years, and it just keeps on adding to that. Dude, I hope when I hit the 10-year mark, I'll be, I don't know, like I shouldn't be live streaming anymore, right? I should just be already have such large capital. I should be off the grid. Halfway to Unk status. Unk status is what? What do you guys think Unk status is? What age? That's, if I hit Unk status, I need to be really up there. Unk status 30, 20, 25? No, it's not 25. Come on. 25 is like next year for me then. I can't be Unk status that quick. I wanna put Unk status like 28 or in the 30s even. That'll give me a tough time. In the near future, would you create your own prop firm? I think it's gonna be more creating things for my trading. Even automation would be good. What would we satisfy your network? I think something that I talk about with a lot of people, not a lot of people, just like a few people, like Lanto, like what do I would need to be off the grid and just be so set? I think like somewhere at 5 to 10 million, maybe 10 million goal. That's like liquid, not like an investment. So I guess even more than that. I'll be so comfortable where like I can not care about trading or trade still, but like you have such large capital. What age do you want kids at? When I need a offspring to carry on my legacy and trade for me, I'll be like, this is something I feel pretty good about. Like they come out, let's say like, you know, as a baby, they can grow whatever, but age 8, get them into trading. Is that too young? Be like, read the charts. What is this? This is an order block. This is a unicorn. That's what I'm thinking. Having an offspring to just live stream for me, to trade for me, I could just be chilling. That'd be it. Start 8 months. Next retreat spot. I think we're gonna look for long somewhere here. Let's do the 5 minute. Damn, this is a 5 minute gap here. I just don't see it being like a setup that's like anywhere from B and up. Basically, we're still rejecting from this BPR as well. But if you're bullish here, if you think this is gonna move higher, I think this 5-minute gap here, look for a 1-minute confirmation to play higher. I think that's a move right now. You talking about a slave? No, I'm gonna compensate that child very well. But like, here's the thing though, like, I think that'd be so good. The family business. Eight is too late. Kids should be start at 3. 3 they can even speak. Chad, you guys think is that a good idea? Like, let's just be reasonable. Let's say age 10 or something. Would that be good if like you just like, okay, no more homework, stop looking at reading and writing and math. Let's get you in trading. Here's a course. Learn it like 3 hours a day. Get them practicing by a year, like 14, 15. Kind of like in the middle school, almost a high school. They'll be like kind of well equipped. And the funny thing is, this would be actually the real life like child prodigy. Like they'll be a young age, like 13, 12, and they'll be already somewhat good at trading. I'll make it a reality. For the next 30% off. No, it's not 30% anymore. I gotta update that. I forgot to. Is that a bad thing though, guys? Like, let's say we're not gonna talk about starting age, but let's say before, like, as they enter high school, I want them fully equipped into like mastering trading, which require like at least a few years experience. Is that bad for them? For me to push them on that early? It's Matcha saying, I say 16, give them time to live life before getting stuck in charts. So you guys are being too reasonable. Paper trade or real money? Like, it can be the prop game, let's say. Someone need to gamify the learning process, making it a game. That'd be so good, honestly. In a way that's like good for, you know, young adolescents too. Like teaching them, oh, this is a candlestick, this is the open, this is the close, this is the wick, and then like, you know, you go further than that. You go, this is this is the order block. What is the order block? And they'll describe it. They'll give you examples, like a kind of like a game that way, and you level up. Teach them, but still let them have a real job. They would have a real job. They'll be trading. Yeah, I'm not really. I want to play for this long, but let me see. I think longs are much better than shorts. First of all, so like we abandon all the short ideas right now because the chart is like invalidating a lot of it already. We want to focus on the long entry, but I'm not sure where we can play here. It's like kind of slowly grinding up, consolidate a little bit, and then shot up again. Check out ICT and his son. Yeah, but I don't know. ICT, I feel like he's way too much of an ego. But maybe I don't know until like I face it too. Toward Trace, he started at 14 or something. It'll just be like an open door because like once you've, as a child or as a teenager, let's say, if you're making money that you can like buy things and have a life that you want, not have someone pay for it for you. Like, I think it feels really good too. That's what I kind of did as a start too. When I was a teenager, I was doing side things. I think I talked about it before, but if a brief summary is, I like Madden, the football game on the app, and I sold coins on it. I made a pretty good amount of money as a teenager, and I made a little website where you can buy it, so similar to Smart Profit, but just for like, you know, in-game currency. It's kind of fun. And that was like age 14, 15. A family channel? Oh my goodness, I don't want to think about that. Yeah, it's kind of slow. I think this is a good time to just kind of like go off topic until we see something. I'm actually looking at charts, but just don't think we could take anything here. Let me see if I can pull something up for you guys. It'd be kind of funny to showcase it. Oh, I can't log in. Never mind. I don't know my password for Instagram. To a family channel, every time someone's red, they can eat for the day. Oh my goodness. Punish your kids, make them dread about trading. That's like, you gotta be so careful about how you get them into it. Make it more enjoyable. Make them a fun thing rather than punishing it. Chat, maybe in a few years I'll make a course, not like a course for you know, people to learn, but like a course specifically for teenagers or before like 10 to 16 or something, and you guys can show it to your kids or your cousins, little cousins, and see if it like get some feedback. So by the time I have a offspring of my own, it'll be prepared. Think about that. That's a big brain move right there. Think about that. You gotta keep on making it better and better, get some feedback, and then 10 years, 15 years later, I'll have my own at that age. How to train your dragon? How to train your child? Chat, if you guys want to share it, how many those who have kids, what's the age? Do you guys have any kids around, let's say 8 to 16? Shit, me and Lance gotta click something up. Because like a lot of courses are kind of more not as beginner friendly. You need something like very specific for the children. It maybe have to be used with some AIs. Son 3, daughter 4 months. Okay, we got some time. 7 2. You guys all have a lot of young ages. You know, that could be a project I'll work on, maybe. It'd be a fun thing. It'd be like teaching them the basics though, like not maybe about my trading strategy, but like the very basics, like okay, what is a candlestick, what is an order block, what is time zones. Damn, the chat right now has a perfect age group. If I have something out in like 2 years, that'll be like I have a good pool already. Trade basically. I've reached Unk status 25. I want to put Unk status like 28. I think 25 still like mid 20s. I think you're still good. Chat, we've been talking for like 30 minutes and I'm not sure what price is doing. how good is your Riz? I mean, I'm in a relationship for 4.5 years, trading for 5.5 years. So think about that. Hmm. The next question is like, how do you convince your partner to to train your child? Because I feel like the mothers would not be approving of this. That'd be crazy. What age did you hit 100K and 1 million? Which was harder? Uh, Honestly, this is a kind of bullshit, but I think the 100K was much easier because I got lucky. Hit some penny, like you hit some penny stocks and you double, triple your money so quickly, and I hit it, but I didn't keep it for a bit. You catch any trades, Brian? We took this trade live here, kind of like the first 5 minutes stream, and we've been waiting. We're starting to have some relative equal highs on ES here, which is good. That shows like a draw that we could do. And typically, if you see this, we drive under again, come back up. We look for that long stop on that previous low and target these highs. That'd be like a pretty, very basic setup. All right, chat. This is the next question here. At what age would you start pouring knowledge into your child? If you do, you can say no too. As a trader, let's say if you put yourself as your career as a trader, that's your profession. What age would you start in your mind right now? Would you start teaching your child? I'm gonna really put something low. I guess low to me. I'm gonna put 12. Like 12 when I start really pouring it in. But like it could be earlier just to teach the basic, but like when I'm starting to really ramp it up. I feel like I want to say 12 just because when I was 12, 13, I was like kind of a big gamer. I was playing like competitive games like League and World of Warcraft and other things like that. And like it kind of took like a lot of like teamwork and high level training, and like I don't know, maybe that helped the competitiveness of it too. 10 to 12, 15, 14. You won't. I mean, I respect that. 12. I think I want to do 12. 12 would be good. Or 13 even. 13 is like what, 8th grade? I was doing a lot before 8th grade already. Like 6th, 7th grade is I was doing stuff. It depends on the child. Yeah, it depends on the child too, but it's a good question. I think people in the chat could already maybe be considering it, but the approach has to be really good, because if you make your child hate it, that'll just be like, it's done. Whenever they start to show interest in trading, if you're like if you're involved in your child's life, they would want to be interested in what you're doing. You could be a plumber, you could be a pilot. So they'll check it out, and they'll probably be more intrigued. And they're like, "Oh, what is this? You make money this way? This is your profession?" It's like a game. Probably a game to them. I just hope my kid isn't addicted on social media and TikTok. I was never a social media guy. Kind of the funny thing is, like, the only way I use social media is for, like, what would it be, like entrepreneurship or kind of business related stuff. That'll be like why I use it. But yeah, TikTok is kind of brain rot. It's like some people are like, oh, why would you teach them trading? Like, which would you rather have, them be brain rotting on TikTok or actually trying out a profession that you're in? And maybe they'll get like more focused and passionate about it. I think for me specifically, while we're talking about this, we're still waiting for anything. When you feel like you're doing something on your own, you're either making money on your own or building something, that's when you feel more passion. You wake up for it without an alarm clock. Doesn't feel like school anymore. So for trading for me, when I started to be successful and make money consistently, and I felt like my model's working, my trading's clicking, I was like really looking forward to the next day, and I was not like having an alarm clock like I have to go to work, I have to trade, like that. It didn't feel like that, and I think that's like where the passion overrides kind of the obligations of it. Introduce them to gambling at age 4. Does that make sense though? Like when you're so passionate about something, it doesn't feel like obligation anymore. It doesn't feel like a chore. It doesn't feel like work anymore. What if your kid turns out to be like PW? Just being a villain on Twitter as a 14-year-old. Just for clicks. How long did it take you to feel confident as a trader? I think that was like kind of a few years ago. So I've been trading for 5.5 years. I kind of made a post about this. I don't know where I did it. Probably on Twitter. But it was like the timeline. I was thinking about it more because as you progress years in the game. Let me just type in. I probably put 5.5. If I could find it. Oh wait. Hold up. We take out this low and we start flipping back up. I'm gonna go for these highs. Deep drive right now. Deep drive in this. The 5-minute BPR are still working. I want to most likely still trust the long in this for now until I see otherwise. Look at the 15-minute gap. No gaps. We have this OB here. We're likely gonna be landing somewhere here. I want to see if we want to play along. You guys like long right now, chat? It's a deep drive right now. We took out the low. Just looking to see if we get a 1-minute confirmation here. 15-minute OB right here too. There's like a really good spot, honestly. I don't know if I want to add in yet, but I think this is a good spot to add. Ooh, let's see. Damn, that would happen really fast. Let me see if we can get something here. This looks like the playbook that I had earlier. Took out the low. We're going for these highs. Just looking for a confirmation now. And getting it at a nice low would be also pretty solid. This is a big wick. Like it's like a 10-point wick while we've been consolidating. I think we look for confirmation for longs here. Hopefully get an entry model somewhere though. Confirmation could be anything on low time frame. I think the bias is higher so far, even though it's conflicting because we have the 5 NBPR still holding here, but I'm gonna bet on it's gonna hold. So something that before I enter on the drive down, which I could have entered already, especially on the 15-minute order block here. That's something I should have considered, at least the starter here. But a low time flick could be like a inversion, a 1-minute gap, retracement after it closes back above. Any trades that we took a short for 25 points here. We're trying to see if we can get the long now. Just playing both sides. I think this should play out well. We should be targeting these highs on ES. Damn. Is anyone in longs already? I like a little bit should have played the starter already. That would make me feel much more confident. I'm just gonna watch carefully here. You got 25 points for your runner. So the thing is, I only had one contract the whole time. I didn't have a runner. That's the trade was one contract. Reject this 1-minute gap here. You had to trade on multiple accounts. Yeah, I had it on my Apex, which I took base hits on. Was fine for me for 13, and in my rest accounts I did 25. Both were still one contract. That's interesting. We didn't want to flip here, so I'm still gonna be looking for a flip still for longs. I don't know if I would think of it as a runner. Let's say you took on 20 counts, right? 10 of them you're like, I'm gonna take base hits. The other one you keep on playing for a bigger target to hit your full target, which it did hit your full target. The same size. I feel like runner would be like less of a size. I don't know. Just guess semantics. There's a breaker here. We close back above, but I want to see if we can get a confirmation lower. ES better for long? It might be. I'm going to be looking for both. Very similar setup. I think ES is likely, yeah, I would say better too. No flip yet. We're still waiting. Unicorn reversal? Is there? Oh, okay. So I think someone in chat is thinking this is gonna be a bearish breaker. You know, the fair value gap. So you're anticipating this to be a rejection here. I mean, that could be fine, but I'm gonna lean on higher time frame that this is still bullish. Maybe some equal highs above too. So like slight SMT, right? I'll mark the SMT out too. Chris is long, 75 on ES. I'm considering trying to join you long somewhere if I can get confirmation. Jonathan is short. Oh god. It's just stagnating again. How you guys feeling, chat? Bullish or bearish here? Type in chat. I need chat bias to believe. Bearish, bullish. Can't catch his knife until I see something. Lots of you guys are getting bearish right now. Yeah, I mean, if the 5-minute inverse here, I don't think I'll play the long anymore. We'll actually probably be trying to play the short. Looks like an inverse on ES. Not in Qs, like a little bit discrepancy there. I don't think I'll be playing the long here anymore. We should have expected a bounce already. We probably more likely to play the short now. It is a deep drive. Deep drive here. I'm glad we didn't join the longs. We're waiting. Instead of trying to catch a falling knife, you want to wait for confirmation. We had no confirmation. We just got it closed through, and that's it. We could consider if we inverse this. I feel like we had more juice higher, but that was a break that someone was talking about. That's a good call here. But a second top step account, but after trade I got deactivated. How can I copy trade evals? You can't really do that. It's separate now. It's hard to copy trade them. Good stuff for those who caught shorts. I think we play for the short still. If we retrace back up, like kind of like this, based on the 5-minute, right? Both of them are very similar. It doesn't feel like one is weaker than the other right now. I think now we're gonna look for this short. If it comes back up inside this, oh wait, they didn't close yet. We'll like to see the close first. On the yes, it did though. So I think we play for lower, right? Let this be the SMT that brings in a reversal. Just trying to be very careful. Only take trades when you're really confident on a direction. Another minute here. We'll get this closure. That'll kind of solidify this better for us. $20 seconds. Okay, if it comes back up, I'm gonna look for shorts. You can take either or. I'll probably just be looking at which one aligns better. Stop would most likely be above the inversion. I'm just looking to see where I want to play it first. So yeah, look at 912s at least. Pop in first. We'll see from there. And we'll just look for that confirmation. Could be off the 30, could be off the 1. The moment it flips back down, I'll play for it. Or we could just get a retracement, which I think we're doing. We haven't gotten to it yet. Get a retracement, and then we could also close back down, validate this breaker, and I'll play for lower. So a few things we could do, just depending on what it does. It got really slow all of a sudden though. It was like very. We should get a nice drive back up here. And then any flip back down, I'll try to play it. Let me check this out. Think we'll see lows again? Possibly. It's possible. We have some internal lows down here. I'm more just looking at like what's a good area of interest. Let's say we take the short here. Something like this would be fine. We play for these lows at least. That makes sense to me. No flip yet. Nothing yet, nothing yet. If we're going back up, that's fine too. The trade invalidates if we get closure back up above like 924s. I'm not going to enter until I see confirmation. Just gonna play this waiting. I'm just grinding up. I'll let this keep on grinding if it wants to. Closure under 912s, first retracement could work too. So this will be like chain state delivery here. Bias is kind of both sides right now. Right now, it's just a 5-minute flip. I don't mind for it to play for lower. What do you do outside trading? Bruh, trading's my life. Oh, I want to do more traveling though. I've been traveling better, especially this year. Yeah, I'm gonna play for the short now. I'm gonna go for like 913s. If it comes back above here, I think we'll just add in here. So we got a flip already. We're in the 5-minute version. We try to play for this basically. Keep my stop around 927s, even lower if you want. What I liked here was that closure. So if we look at this as our OB, we're starting to show some confirmation for lower right now. Let me just try to visualize it better. So as long as we don't get it back above 916, 915 and show immediate reaction lower, looks really good for lower. It's very similar setup. Chain state delivery just on a 30-second right now. This is not how it's supposed to be. It should be this low. Looking good. I think I'm gonna let this trail. I don't really have a target in mind other than these lows here. Damn, we are falling like a knife right now. Holy crap. Wow, that was an immediate reaction. And that was like perfect because like you didn't play on the left side up, you played on the right side down. I hope this arrow helped it because I showed the arrow, like if we get closure under this, we'll get a drop and then retrace back up. So, there's internal lows here still. We could look at ads on another retrace back up. I have one in. I want to see what we could do. It looks pretty heavy for low right now. As long as you make sure your stop is kind of above that 5-minute inversion. This could be ads too. What the hell? This is getting really heavy. If you guys are in shorts, I'm probably gonna just either take this out at 891s, or if we do a deep drive through it, I'll keep on trailing it very tightly. But lots of these lows are kind of what I'm aiming for right now. Jesus, this is sniping down right now. All right, I think I'm gonna take this out if we hit this 891s. I have the limit orders in and took it out. Pretty much of a snipe of a trade. Holy crap, that was crazy. I think that was like so easy shared up too. Let me post this. This delays the stream. For a second. Hang on, let me post this first. Because I'm posting alerts in the Discord for those who can't make it. All right, so let me explain that if you guys want me to. Even though there could be like 5 seconds of delays, even at most, if anything be like 2-3 seconds, you have to already frame the setup, right? So this is my guideline already. We already inverse this. Retracing back up is a short already. That's for one. We're looking for short only until this gets invalidated if we get a closure back above this 5-minute inversion. So I dropped down to the 1 minute. There's not much to play on the 1 minute. I could say low time frame is anything from 30 seconds to 1 minute. We didn't have any gas. We don't have anything. I'm looking at the consecutive up close candles here. The moment we get closure under the first retap back in, that's when you snipe it in. If you couldn't get that, because we didn't get that much of a retracement after, I'm not sure where else you get it. I just kind of tapped it in here after this closure. So that was the one that validated for me. I got in right here. I just marked it in right there. And I was looking for ads. If we got to do 912s and 913s. But you're framing the setup, though. It could be off by a few ticks. But the idea is you're playing on the right side. So when you're moving up like this, right? I'm not short. I'm short biased, but I'm not trying to play the short until we flip down. So once we start confirming here, that's when we join in. And it's the why I do that is because I'm not trying to either catch a falling knife, nor am I trying to catch like a engulfing candle going up. So you're waiting for confirmation. The time frame alignment is still 5-minute inversion for lower. Kind of the idea here. If you want to take this how it is, feel free to. Stop is still above the 5-minute inversion. If you want to wait with me and look for the low time frame flip, this is what kind of was describing here. If we get this closure under, you could take out that closure or the retap back in. This voice chat. I think I'm just talking way too much because we went off topic for a while and. Oh. That's 2 trades so far, guys. I think that, yeah, I'll just put it like right here. We got 91s. So, ironically, both trades are short. I wanted longs earlier, but I didn't have any confirmation. You guys saw it. There was no low time frame flip. Short here was very clear. Short here was pretty clear as well. I would probably not put it this high anymore because we already got the flip down. But does that make sense, though? Chat, does this trade make sense? I think this one I explained many times. You guys understand this well, but does this one make sense? If you don't know why we shorted, it's very clear. We already had this 5-minute inversion here. I thought it looked bullish earlier. It almost did. So like, why it would, like why it could have been more bullish is if we didn't flip down here, we just kept on going up, and then getting around 923s. That's like above this inversion here. That's when like I'll probably invalidate any short setup anymore. I'll just let it continue to play out. But it's still respected. And if you didn't want to wait for a low time frame entry, you would probably play something like this, short around the midpoint of it, target these lows, and then it's still like a 5-minute setup. So I know some of you guys are like kind of iffy about like, oh, it's delayed. I didn't catch in time, but try to program it in your mind that you already framed the setup. The setup was already kind of talked about before it even got close to 912s. We were talking about shorts when it was like down here, if it retraced back up. And then like I said, also all the time, we work on if-then statements. So if it does this, then we do this. It was quick though, but you really had to play for it. The other trade here was not. So there's other trades where we like say for this one, I think this was a 1 minute though. We had some drawdown in this. This sat around for like a minute, 2 minutes, right? So you have plenty of time. This right here, I was already short like 914s right here. You had like that candle which went up, and then you also had this consolidation candle too. So you had like 2 minutes to get in if you wanted to. Other setups like this one, this is like you either get in or you're left behind. And so it varies. The chart's not gonna wait for you. You gotta be really ready for it. But regardless, if you didn't take the trade, I hope you guys understand why we played for it, because that's also increasing where how you would play it and how you continue trading. We're trading the smart model. The smart model is looking at a higher time frame as a guidance and then executing on the lower time frame. So right now, normally I would look at the 15-minute, execute on the 1. Again, the 15-minute is just dog shit right now. I'll pull it up right now. I'm not really sure. Okay, so this one, you kind of have something. 15-minute closure under, retracing it back up. That's something to work with. I'm not sure if that was already given. Yeah, so that maybe that was given, the retracement back up. But we could have played off that too, this OB. But I think it makes more sense to play off this 5-minute version. You have a lot more to work with, more precision. But again, if you guys don't know how I trade, what's that video again? Or how do I do it? Guide? I think it's guide. Let's see if I do it right. I have a 15-minute video explaining how I trade. If you watch it thoroughly, take notes, learn it, this should help you. And so you kind of, it's 15 minutes. You learn through it. You try to practice what I teach. And over time, you watch me trade live. We're doing the same thing over and over again. Draw liquidity, time frame alignment, and entry models. Kind of all pieced together. That's essentials. Essentials part 2 would be the completion of it. I don't think I'm gonna do part 3, but part 2 would be more advanced, and that'll be it. That'll be it for my my teaching. It'll just be more kind of us trying to get experience now. Are you done for the day? Most likely I'm done for the day. I trade from 1 to 3. That's 2 hours. We took 2 trades already. I don't think we'll have a third trade in 8 minutes. Bias speed would be nice. I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm slowly getting back to my grind. Vacation Brian was like literally last week. And then Fortune Live Brian was also a few days ago. Give me some time, so I'll lock back in and we'll create some more materials. You make ICT easier to understand than most. That's literally the goal. I think a lot of people overcomplicate it. I try to dumb it down, make it more simplistic. At the same time, more precise. But yeah, let's do the giveaway. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. 2 trade, 2 for 2, sniper action. So, like the stream, comment your YouTube username 1 time, and then you should be all set. And then, yeah. And if you guys don't know, you know, we're doing like kind of 2 or 3 giveaways per day on stream. That seems cool and all, but also we're doing major giveaways on our Discord, more so on our platform, Smart Prop Firm. We did, I asked you guys 150 thumbs up for another 50, totaling 100. You guys gave 218. So in that case, we're doing another 50. We're doing 100 giveaways today, not today, this month. And if you look at testimony here, you can see it at, one of you guys would kind of get this email like, "Hi Oscar, thank you for being a value member. Your recent prop purchase through our platform not only earned you cash back, but you've been selected as a winner in our July raffle." We're doing 100 of this. So we did 50 already. You can see everyone here, very legitimate. Basically every order you do on our website that use code SMART, we kind of compiled together. I think we had thousands of orders. So we probably need to up the raffle, but 100 is still a lot. It's like pretty much like $10,000 worth of giveaways to already be in with. So yeah, if you use code SMART at our platform, you get cash back, you get payout protection, which we back you if you have any issues with our partners. And then lastly, this is something that we're considering doing more permanent, a automatic entry into a raffle. Maybe each month we'll do like 50. In July, 4th of July, we're trying to do bigger. So 100 is big, but like we could do 50, and like that'll be like 50 different people winning. Pat talked about you on his live today. Hopefully positive things. I don't know. I doubt it though. All right, I'm gonna pick the winners and then we'll kind of wrap this up. And I'll stay around for 5 minutes if you guys want to ask me anything. Dude, it feels good when we hit like trades like these. Like just hitting bangers, man. I'm allergic to losers now. I only want to win. All right, these are the winners today. We're doing 2 winners. Jarasco and Nathan go free. Bangers only. So 2 giveaways for 2 bangers. If we had no bangers, we have to do more just to compensate. We got an Elden Ring friend. Oh, Godfrey. I thought it was Go Free. Is that a Elden Ring reference? Yeah, just make a ticket in our Discord for those who won. I'll stick around for a few more minutes, guys. Feel free to ask me anything. I'll stick around till like, let's say 3:05. I don't think I'll be taking more trades from this though. But highly encourage you guys, if you guys are purchasing any prop purchases from prop firms, make sure you check out our platform. We give the most benefits out of anyone combined. Literally, anyone. We give already a third back in cashbacks. When are you listing the video to pass evals in Red Photo News? We're going to do that this weekend. So CPI, I think Tuesday. You have that probably by Sunday at least. Saturday or Sunday. How's the win rate going these days? We're 2 for 2 today. And then yesterday we're technically 0 for 0. I did take a trade and it was working yesterday near the end. But let's say for this week, 2 for 2 for this week. What's payout protection? Anytime you have any issues with any of our partners, let's say Tradeify or something like that, you can come to us, talk to us about it, and then we have a direct line of contact. That's what makes us unique about this. We have a direct line of contact to the partners, and you can tell us like, oh, my payout got denied for this reason. I think this is unfair. We'll review it. We'll talk to the firm about it. And we'll try to help you. And if it all fails, we'll reimburse you the fees. You trade every day, every single day, from 1 to 3. 1 to 3, baby. That's it. And those who couldn't make the stream, let's say they couldn't tune in, I'm trying to do my best. Sometimes, especially today, it takes it was very fast. Like we were talking about longs here, right? If we got low timer flip on the stream, we didn't get anything. So I flipped it, low timer flip off this 5-minute inversion. I'll play it for lower, waiting for entry. We did this real time, but it was way too quick for me to type out like, oh, this is chain state delivery, enter here. So I only had to post up the recap of it, and this was the play here. So if it was like, if you had more time and you can't make the stream, that would be more worth it, I would say. Do I have to sign anything in order to enter the raffle? So it's automatic entry. All you gotta do is submit the order details. If you claim your cash back and you're approved, that should be good. That's all we're looking for. We're trying to make it seamless. Seamless, baby. Do you recommend taking a medium-sized payout on Top Step or try to go for a max 5K? Okay, if you're asking me, I would take whatever payout you can. Never go for the max. You can if you want, but always take payouts whenever you can. It just adds up over time. It makes you like, I think a lot of people will regret not doing that and they just lose account. You should do a week review if possible at the end of the week. Yeah, we could try that. I mean, I would rather have someone edit my video and just review everything already, because every trade we do, like someone asks like, how can you explain the trade again? And even today, both trade I explained thoroughly. So if someone clipped that would be easier. That's king shit, baby. Any other questions, chat? 3 p.m. We start at 1. We get off at 3. 2 hours with me every single day. No one really trades PM. So it's good for you guys if you guys are able to trade with me. How much of a difference it will make the essential of trading to my understanding of your trading style? I think if you already know how I trade, it'll just reinforce it. It's 50 minutes. It's free. It kind of explains a lot of things. But if you already know how I trade, it might be useless to you, but maybe it'll give some pieces that you might not like understand fully or might miss, and now you understand, because I try to make it very thought free or put everything pieces together so it adds up. Asia gold disease. I don't trade Asia. Or I don't trade gold, I mean. I trade Asia though. See ya, Tommy. Sometimes I get confused when you use the position tool on one time frame and take the trade, but watch the trade on other. So yeah, let me go with that real quick. The 5 minute here, this is like kind of the idea of the setup on the 5 minute, but I don't really execute on the 5 minute. I execute on the 1. So like, this is kind of me just showing you like, I would not, if you want this trade, for those who would rather take on the 5, this is a trade. But for me personally, I'm gonna drop down to 1 and look for that setup. And this was a setup here. So I kind of give you like 2 pieces of the pie here. Like if you want that setup already, go for it. This is where you should piece it at. If you want to wait for the flip like I am, wait for with me. Yeah, second was a quick bias flip. Hard to see coming, but most lay out ahead of time. That's the key thing. If you already kind of understand how I trade, you're expecting it. It's like, it's not that fast to you. It's like okay, we saw it. We finally saw the closure. We'll play it right now. As soon as you said CSD, I was active and I executed as soon as it gave this chain state delivery. Not even worth waiting for you to say it. I mean, I didn't say it. Like if you rewind, I was like, if this gets a closure while we're here, this would be the entry here. I just didn't expect it to just drop that fast. It was like a very quick dump. All your trades are 1 minute or 30 seconds. It depends. Most, like in the video I talked about it, 80% of my trades are like 1 minute or less. That's at other 20%, like it could be off a 5 minute setup. It depends on the setup itself, really. We'll be trading tomorrow. Yes, we'll be trading tomorrow. I'm even trading my birthday. Birthday is on Thursday. You guys see me there. No days off. All right, that should be good, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Is TPT bringing some new reduced price? It's 40% off. I think that's the reduced price it is. See you guys tomorrow. Team Coach Smart. We'll be back 1 p.m. tomorrow.